lately is doing releases. You know, we always do our releases. Here, let's get this way. So, I guess we could probably get this way. That'd be better. We always do our releases out here at the wrist, and I think this is a traditional method of doing releases because of where our Keto comes from. You know, people used to walk around with swords and knives, tantos, and so you know you have a lot of control over the wrist. Then I started thinking about, well, in modern day, I want to be able to think about this from the wrist to the elbow to the shoulder to the lapel. So I started doing my releases from the wrist. Started doing my releases from the wrist. And then I started thinking, well, let's do the releases from the elbow. So if he grabs my elbow, I'm doing the exact same motion that I did before. And then I start thinking about doing the releases from my shoulder. I'm doing the exact same motion that I did before. It actually gets a little worse sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And the same thing with number 2. I was having an interesting time with the second release because whenever I got around to with a hand, you can let that hand drop and let it go through the center real nice. And with the elbow, I was having a little bit hard of a time because I wound up being on the outside a little too much, you know. So then I decided, oh yeah, I need to let his weight drop through the center. So when he's dropping through the center, I actually need to keep a little closer, just a little closer. And so then when I go to the shoulder, I have a really hard time now because it's hard for me to get out of the way. Well, I still need his weight to go through the center. So I started thinking, well, why don't I just help myself a little bit? So he drops his weight through his center. And then the same thing with the 3 and the 4, you know. But I like I think when I started doing the Sankata, you know, it's like you learn how to do the same techniques just from a different relationship. And I just kind of started learning to do that extrapolation for everything, you know. And so you can do the same thing with with all of these releases, all 4 releases. I'll wait until my name pops up again, and then maybe I'll talk about follow the thumbs, you know, and how to do that with follow the thumbs. Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Good. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Oh my God. Wow.